Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin. We've got a CoinsKid crew. So right now Bitcoin's retracing. It's broken out of this ascending triangle like this, like I said to you, one into the 55 EMA. This would be a really good area, like I said to you in the previous update. You know, I always try and identify short and long opportunities for you in all this noise and this chop. Okay, and this was a fantastic trade opportunity because, like I said, put some stops on this high here, and when you retrace, put some bids on the 55 EMA for a short, and you can see that was absolutely knob on. Look at that. So that was a short all the way down to the neckline, right about 4.48%, wasn't it, that I've shown you in a previous update, when a lot of people here were saying you were just going to break out and continue and go to the moon. But this is what happens. You always identify the waves of support and resistance, and you can see here we've got this ascending triangle just here as well. Look at very similar scenario. Ascending triangle, like I said to you, run into the 55, take some profit at that point because you will come in, come back to the neckline, and then boom, you broke out. And it's just a very similar one that we went through just here. Okay, and we traded all this together. Remember this ascending triangle, and it came up and it met the technical target. Once it broke out, eventually, look at that, got to the technical target. So you know, it's just, this is a larger version of this. Do you understand? And these are the things I try and identify and show you on the channel. We were calling up here, we broke out, ran to the 55, TP at that point. Always look for a short with a stop on the previous high, coming back down, take some profit on your swing, and then boom, you're breaking out and you get to technical target eventually. Look at that. So that was a beautiful ascending triangle, broke out, met the target, we traced to this low, never lost it. Then right now you're looking like you're trying to get the same sort of scenario where you're trying to break out and come up to this red trend line again. So you know, I can't be bearish until we start to come down to lose the lows, and all I ever do is identify the waves for you and try and identify support and resistance, you know, and you can do with that information what you want. So like I said, what we've got here is an ascending triangle, coin up, broken out into the 55, very similar scenario to what happened there, you know, and coming back into the neckline of this ascending triangle right now. So me, like I said to you, really good opportunity down here. We've just built some long positions down here on this neckline with your stop on that low, because essentially what you're looking at is a breakout to the technical target, which is equally the red line. Okay, so at that point, you know, from here right now, for those that didn't, you know, watch the previous update right there, build some longs. You know, I've got not got a crystal ball, but this is something I'm looking at. Put your stops down there and build some longs on this neckline right now, around about 19.5, 19.4, you know, with a stop loss down there. So it's a very minimal risk trade. You can do all this on Bybit and BitGet. They've got amazing sign up bonuses, because in front of us, if we start the week green here, or over the next couple of days we start to come back up, you're looking at a beautiful 6.14% long opportunity. Do you understand? And this is what I identify in the channel for you. So we had a beautiful little short up here off the 55, and we've got a beautiful little long up here with a stop loss down here. Okay, really as simple. It's trading the ranges, something I teach every day on the channel. Now this retest of this 55, this retest of this red line, sorry, is really key in my opinion, because if we break that sometime next week, it could indicate that we're going to retrace to a weekly 20 EMA. Look at this. Okay, so this is something I've been anticipating for a very long time. If we start to break out of this red line, okay, and we start to come up and take out this red line like that, we're going to be on the 20, and you can see if we start to do that, we really are carving out a bottom. And the inverse correlation is the DXY, like I said to you in a previous update. What we've got, and I'll show you, I did anticipate that we would have a couple of days here that are pulling back, because this is the corrective wave that the DXY is in. Let's take a look at the DXY. So looking at the DXY, I think I made a video down there, wasn't it? I said to you, potentially carving out some kind of ABC correction up here, coming up into the golden ratio, 0.5 fib, and you know, right here, if this starts to roll come next week, you could put another 5 impulsive moves down like this, an ABC, like a large ABC correction coming back down to this green line, which is equally the weekly 20 EMA, which is really overextended on the DXY. So it's not hopium, it's just technical analysis, you know, it's just data, it's support resistance, that's all it is. It's not bullshit, it's not hopium because I want it to go up or down or whatever. It's just identifying moves and waves, and this is what I do on the channel, you know, and I can see that the CoinsKid community are trading these opportunities and they're making an absolute killing. And this is just something I try to relay to you on a daily basis, whether or not it's XRP, Chainlink, Cardano, VeChain, Bitcoin, whatever. There's always opportunity in all of this noise and chop. So you know, there's a bit of confluence here that this particular chart is looking like it might roll come Monday, and the roll would indicate that you've got another 5 impulsive move down to this green line, which is equally where the 20 weekly EMA sits for the DXY, which is extremely overextended. You know, not hopium, not, you know, because I want it to or whatever. It's just data. You've got massive gaps. We take a look at the massive gap that you've got on the 55 and the 20. You're going vertical here. So for me, the most healthy thing this chart could do is come in for the 20 retest, get it, and then continue, obviously, you know, which will be devastating for Bitcoin. But if it gets it and it bounces and comes up and makes that lower high, like I said to you, then you've got a lower high and you've got an ABC, a macro ABC, which brings you back down into next year, just like this leg did, which was really impulsive for crypto. And if this does start to do this this is really impulsive for crypto. So, you know, again, you could just sit and wait for that scenario to play out. But what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, if this thing does start to come back down next week from Monday, if it does, it is a big if, obviously, because it could have found support and break out. You know, you've got all your support and resistances right there. But if it does come back and we do get this roll here, I think that Bitcoin's on its weekly 20, and it's just something that I've been drilling on about for a very, very long time, that I think that Bitcoin's overextended. Again, you've got big gaps, the inverse correlation to the DXY, you've got big gaps in the 55 and the 20. It looks as though you're rounding out down here to come back up to the 20. If you do that, then, you know, you get your 20, get rejected, hold the 10, start to come back up, you're on a 55. You're carving out your bottom, and that's something we're looking at, you know, over a long period of time here. If we can get this sort of bottom carved out and break these resistances, you're looking at legs of resistance going forward. So, you know, if we was to break this, okay, in the week or tomorrow or whatever, we get a big green candle and we was to come up, you know, we really are coming back to support right now. If we was to break out and we come up and break this red line, then your next level of resistance is this origin line at 22768. Okay, so that could be an amazing opportunity. If you start to see this red line broken on a daily time frame, we start to come up and we take it out. Let's take a look at this, because you can see that's resistance roll. And again, you know, if you get the resistance and roll, we'll open some shorts, put your stops on the high, because again, you're going to come down and create another impulsive move, potentially down to this green line. And this is a possible scenario if a DXY is found support and it's coming up right now. Okay, so again, I've not got a crystal ball, but if we break this red line, okay, your next level of resistance is there. So from here right now, a good opportunity could be to just go long on Bybit or BitGet with a stop loss down here on this low to negate this ascending triangle breakout pattern, which is one I've just shown you here, which met its technical target, okay, which was a red line. Now, it could be an opportunity that if we do go up from here and we break this red line with power and we take it out and we are breaking out of the wedge, you could be in for a beautiful time around about 16.76%. That's a fantastic long opportunity. Okay, so I hope you understand that update. It's not hopium, it's not bullshit, it's not because I want it to do this or do that, it's just pure technical analysis. Okay, so hold the lows, up she goes, basically. Hope you enjoyed that update. Remember, all this can be done on BitGet and Bybit. You know, stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and thank you for your support. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.